Recently, I qualified for the Song of the Elves quest. And if you don't know what that is, the Song of the Elves is a Grandmaster quest in RuneScape. The reason you want to complete Song of the Elves is because it gives you access to a town called Prifinos. Prifinos is the elven town that gives you access to the elven training ground called the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet drops an item in there called an enhanced crystal weapon seed, which can be crafted into one of the strongest bows in the game, which we call the Bofa. The enhanced crystal weapon seed is a 1 in 2,000 drop chance from the Gauntlet.
1 in 2,000 drop chance. Please. Crystal shard. Oh.
There is a hard version of the Gauntlet called Corrupted Gauntlet, and it upgrades that drop chance from 2,000 to 1 in 400. The reason why they call this place the Red Prison is because the Corrupted Gauntlet has a red ground instead of a blue ground, and you're gonna be in there for a very long time. The average Gauntlet run takes about 12 minutes. So if you do the math on it, 12 minutes over the course of 400 runs is about 80 hours. And there are reports of people that didn't get an enhanced crystal weapon seed for almost 1,500 runs. So anyways, that's why I've been working so hard to qualify for Song of the Elves. Just to give you a little idea of how long it took me to get here, I had to get 70 and like 8 different skills.
Farming, which is doing tree runs every day for about the past 2 weeks. Herb lore, which is by far the hardest. I had to do farming contract every couple of hours. Herb runs whenever I had enough seeds to do a run. I had to do miscellanea to make sure that I had the herbs running night and day and making sure I had 1,000,000 gold in the coffer so that would keep running while I was asleep. I ended up trying mixology, which destroys your herbs and you don't get the potions from it, but you get more experience per herb. I did all of the easy and medium diaries that were in the game to give the lamps, and I put them all into herb lore, and I did every quest in the game that gave herb lore XP. I had to get 70 hunter, so I did birdhouses up until like level 50, and in the last 20 levels I power leveled it doing hunter rumors. 70 mining took a long time, and up until 68 mining I did the motherlode mine. To get mithril, coal, and gold, I power mined iron from 68 to 70, so I could take all the coal from motherlode mine and all the iron that I got from power mining iron and use it in the blast furnace to make steel so that I could use steel bars and mithril bars in the Giant's Foundry. And I ended up getting 70 smithing from that. And then I had to get 70 wood cutting and construction, which I planted teaks on Fossil Island, and I used the agility shortcut to bank them. So I was farming teaks at Fossil Island until I had 2,500 teak logs, which I spent 1.2 million gold to convert those logs into planks so that I could run Adept Mahogany Homes contracts and level my construction from 50 to 70 in one day.
Yeah, so it took me about 30 days played just to qualify to do this quest, Song of the Elves. This is a Grandmaster quest, so I really wanted to immerse myself in the gameplay here and learn a little bit about the storyline and the characters. So Lord Arowith, a leader of the Elves, broke a seal in the Grand Library and discovered that Saren, the now perished goddess of the Elves, had trapped a fragment of herself inside of something called the Temple of Light. He made a pact with King Lathis to quarantine West Arduggy so that he could take slaves disguised as mourners and make them dig to try and find the Temple of the Light. What Arowith didn't know is that this fragment of light is actually an evil version of Saren that tried to kill her after she created it. So Saren locked the fragment away in hopes that nobody would ever be able to find it. So of course, I tried to tell Arowith this, but he didn't listen, and now he wants to free Saren at all costs. In order to find out more about this fragment that Saren left behind, I needed to go in and break all of the other seals inside the Grand Library to uncover the message that Saren left behind. This place took me over an hour and a half to complete following the quest helper. So according to my calculations, it's gonna take Guzu at least 3.5 weeks. When I was doing mornings in 2, I found out that there was a back entrance into the Temple of Light that the dwarves had discovered when they were digging in the underground pass. We had hoped that Arowith wouldn't find it. He eventually does, and he sends an army there. And of course, I stopped him on the first try. Or maybe was it the second? So while I'm in the front lines fighting for my life, this guy Arowith goes around the battle and goes straight to Saren. We go to the crystal and he's already there. We tell him to stop, but he frees Saren anyway. Now it's up to me to destroy the fragment that Saren left behind.
Here we go. And then this is just where you're going to take 99 damage here. And that's... I'm not 100% sure what to do, if there's any way to combat that. Like a Sarah Brew would just heal me to full. Without Cerebrews, I am gonna need to use something else.
On the first attempt, I got the boss to 60%. It turns out his mechanics were relatively easy to figure out. I topped my health every time before the bomb went off, and I tried to heal back up, but I ended up running out of food around 60%. So this strategy wasn't gonna work. Cerebrews are a lot more healing per slot, so if I had Cerebrews, I might have been able to kill him using this tactic. Unfortunately, my herb lore's not high enough for this as an Iron Man, so that strategy is out. I don't have 80 magic to use Blood Blitz, which can kind of naturally heal you back to full just from attacking. So I don't think I'm going to be able to use that strategy either. But there is one other strategy called a Phoenix Neck strat. This strat involves you using several Phoenix necklaces. So how a Phoenix necklace works is when you go below 20% health, the Phoenix necklace gets consumed and it will pop your health back to 30%. When this happens, whatever spells that are queued up on you get immune. If you can manage to proc a Phoenix necklace before any attack in the game, you can survive it. The way people do this is they use a flower called belladonna. When you eat a belladonna, you take a little bit of damage. So if you can keep your health right above 20% and eat a belladonna, you will proc the Phoenix necklace, go back to 30% health, and immune whatever attacks are casted on you at that moment. On the next attempt, I'm gonna bring belladonnas, I'm gonna bring knives to deal with the ads a bit quicker, and I'm gonna bring strawberries in baskets. I need a lot of food that heals for low amounts so I don't heal too much and I'm not able to use the belladonna to proc my health.
We're gonna run out of prayer here soon. Might just not have the damn. Unless we get hella lucky, boys. We have 9 nightshades. We have 9 nightshades. If we call it right now, we could do it. We could do another attempt. If we call it right now. I think I'm gonna bail.
I actually ended up getting the boss to 35% using this strategy, but I ended up TPing out because I wasn't on pace to kill the boss and I didn't want to waste any more of my belladonnas. When you plant these, they take about 6 hours to grow, so you're only gonna be able to have a few attempts at this boss per day using this strategy. This boss is a big DPS check and I'm currently not meeting the minimum. The problem with using strawberries as my low healing food is every time I eat one, you lose a few ticks off of your next auto attack. And since I'm eating like 20 to 30 strawberries, that's a lot of lost ticks and a lot of DPS loss. So I decided to go with a Guthix Rest for the next attempt because these basically act as mini Cerebrews, but they don't lower your health when you eat them. You also don't lose any ticks whenever you consume a potion. And since Guthix Rest acts like a potion, it's basically just a better version of strawberries.
Wait, actually it wouldn't be bad. Oh, shit. Okay, I procced the necklace there. This is bad. This is bad. That belladonna doesn't proc me. Yikes, I had to do 2 nightshades. This might be over now. That might be the game. That's so bad because I had too much health. I think that's GG. Alright, we'll try again tomorrow, boys.
I only had 9 belladonnas for this attempt in the first place, but I wanted to send it anyway. The Guthix Rest worked really well. However, I still don't think I was on pace to kill him. I just didn't have enough belladonnas to make it far enough in the fight to get close to a kill. I also procced a Phoenix necklace on accident, which raised my health too high, and then I had to double belladonna to get my Phoenix necklace to proc, otherwise I would have died to the bomb mechanic. So I decided to TP out, save my last 2 belladonnas for the next day. I needed a way to raise my DPS slightly, so I currently had about 80 magic accuracy accuracy and my full DPS set. I heard about Mage Arena 1 could give you a God Cape, so I went ahead and did that quest in the wilderness, which gave me a stronger magic cape. And I also decided to swap out my steel ring for a lunar ring, and I'm going to be using a magic amulet. When I'm attacking, I will swap to a phoenix necklace for the bomb mechanic and then swap back to the magic amulet during the DPS phase. I have a total magic right now of about 92 and a magic level of 73 doing this quest.
Getting ready to pre-swap now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not bad. Could have been a little better, but not bad. We got caught in one auto. Clean so far. Come on, big damage here. Finish him. Okay, we're gonna move away here. She's gonna split soon. We need some RNG. Gonna be some big chip damage here. Gonna drink on that. Chins are next. Chins are next. Pre-swapping. A little bit behind there. I should have pre-swapped chins. Swapping. Back in. Potting. Stay above 25. Big hits. Come on. Big hits. Big hits, boys. Big hits. Come on. Move away here. Big hits. One more. Yes. Dead. Dead. Dead? There's no phase 2? We did it, boys! We did it! Song of the Elves completed. Let's freaking go.
We did it. Song of the Elves completed with 73 magic using the Phoenix Necklace strategy. And now that Song of the Elves is completed, I can officially do the Gauntlet.
Oh my gosh. Look at all these people here. Yo, what's up, boys? All right. Here goes. Oh my gosh. You guys are... There's so many... My prison cell is so full right now. This has to be against some kind of labor laws. There should never be this many people in one jail cell. This is only legal in California.
And on my first attempt at the Gauntlet, I was killing it in there.
Okay. Crystal Harpoon. Pickaxe. Sepulcher. Is the timer started? Is that the boss? Crying Bull. You don't have anything. How do I go somewhere? What the hell is wrong with this game? It got me locked in here. No wonder it's called a prison. You can't go anywhere. Alright. F this game. I'm gonna hit it with my staff. Bashing him up. Who needs food when you got the staff basher? The basher. Get me out.
Dying on my hard cry, man. Complete.
All right. Sick. Sick tutorial game.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never been more lost in my life. There isn't really a tutorial for this place. You kind of just go in there and have to figure it out.
There's 3 different weapons you can get. There's 3 different types of materials. There's potions. There's double eat food. There's teleport crystals. There's small, medium, and large mobs, and they all drop different stuff. And it's a bit overwhelming at first, I'm not gonna lie.
I sent a few attempts and tried to learn the gathering phase, and you know, the more I did it, the better I got at it. And eventually I got enough armor and I got a weapon and I decided to send it on the boss. And most people are saying that I pretty much killed him on my first try.
Screw it. 1 piece of tier 2 armor, that's it. Swap weapon. Why is he hitting me so hard? Is he using mage on me? Oh, he's using mage on me. Is he using...
Dying on the hardcore Iron Man. Completed.
So he swaps his attacks too. He swaps his defense and his offense.
On my second attempt, I did start getting a bit better at the gathering portion of the gauntlet, but I really needed to get more reps in on the boss. I didn't realize that Hunlef is swapping his offensive attack and his defensive prayer every 6 attacks, and he also can hit you with a special attack that will remove all of your prayers. So that took me a little while to figure out. After a few scuffed attempts, I started to understand the mechanics a bit more.
What is this?
Dying on my hardcore Iron Man.
What is that phase? I've never made it to that phase before.
Prayers were not good enough, kept getting hit off prayer, so I really needed to focus my overheads better.
Swapping weapon, I'm doing no damage. Swapping defense. Topping health, moving in. True tile, little sketch right there. Okay. Defense.
Dying on my hardcore Iron Man.
That was better.
Completed.
Attempt 6, I actually got him to 25% in phase 3. So I would say I'm getting a lot better really quickly. At this point, I just realized that I still had my Deadeye prayer scroll in the bank that I hadn't used yet to upgrade my Deadeye prayer.
You make out some faded words. It appears to be an archaic invocation of the power gods. Would you like to absorb it? Learn Deadeye. Ooh! Let's go.
Dying on my hardcore Iron Man.
Close.
Attempt number 7 with the Deadeye prayer scroll, I got him to 10% health. All I needed to do is clean up a few things, and I think I was going to have a kill here.
Dead. There it is, boys. We finally got it. The 1 KC. 1 in 2,000 drop chance. Please. Crystal Shard! Oh. I thought I got a Crystal Shard, bro.
Whew, all right. First Gauntlet KC. Feels pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But that's just the regular Gauntlet. Now, it's time to step it up and take on the Corrupted Gauntlet. It turns out the prep is pretty much the same in the Corrupted Gauntlet and the regular one. My tier 1 prep has gotten pretty good, so I was able to get tier 1 prep no problem with a full bag of food and went right into the fight. I got the boss down to like 55% health on my first attempt, which I thought was pretty good, but with 73 magic and 77 range and pretty low defense, I just didn't really think I was gonna have enough damage to kill this boss. So I decided that I was gonna go and try and get the other prayer scroll and maybe raise my magic level a little bit and come back and try again tomorrow. So I had already gotten the Deadeye scroll from Royal Titans. I was just missing the magic one, which would upgrade my magic attack and defense. So I called up Sony and asked him if he wanted to do some Royal Titans. Of course, he was down, so we sent it. About 15 kills later, on our very last kill of the night, this happened.
No way. Oh! I got the prayer scroll! Sony! We both got loot! Oh my god! I got the prayer scroll!
The next day, I came back with 63 prayer, so I had both of my upgraded prayers, and I got 1 magic level off stream.
This is it. 1 paddlefish, a lot of food.
Dying on my hard cry, man.
Oh, I stepped in the wrong square.
Second CG attempt, I got the boss to 20% health, but I ended up stepping on some of the bad ground in P3. I was really struggling to learn the tier 2 prep, and I kept running out of time and kept having to send the boss with a scuffed inventory and scuffed food. In the regular gauntlet, you have 10 minutes. In the corrupted gauntlet, you have 7 minutes and 30 seconds to gather everything that you need. With my current stats, I wasn't gonna be able to get a kill using tier 1 because it doesn't have high enough accuracy, and you take so much damage that you have to eat more, so you need the defense and the accuracy from at least tier 2 in order to get kills in the gauntlet with my stats. And 7 minutes and 30 seconds goes by so fast when you're a new player and you're trying to learn the game. Attempt number 3, I had another scuffed attempt. I went in with like 10 food, didn't even have full tier 2. I sent it anyway because I really wanted to see some reps and get some reps in on the boss and learn how to swap my prayers better. And this repetition really helped me.
Dying on my hard cry, man. Completed.
I ended up running out of food with about 50% health left, but this really gave me the confidence that if I had had a full bag of food here that I could have killed the boss. I also did an insane play and I procced 2 redemptions, and that gave me a lot of confidence that I was starting to make more advanced level plays inside of the gauntlet. Going into attempt number 4, I had a full bag of food and tier 2 prep, and I finally understood all of the mechanics.
That's it, boys. Cook it. Here we go. Oh my god.
Combat task completed. Collection log slot
Sardaco is that guy.
completed.
He's him. He's him!
Finally! We did it, bro. We did it.
Sardaco is a really good-looking man.
New item,
He's just a
Gauntlet
good-looking
cape.
dude.
What is... I got a cape. I got a Gauntlet cape.
Tanks. Yeah, but he's like the
Oh!
greatest gamer of all time, isn't he?
Look at me, boys. It's got some wings on it.
1 down, 400 more to go. Or less, hopefully less. I mean, my runs are not perfect by any means. Like, we're barely getting these things done. But I'm getting better. And a few days later, I started getting the hang of it.
Pump. Clean.
Combat task.
Clean. Perfect. Run. What?
We got a perfect one! Oh! We're that guy!
Were we that locked in? Oh my god, bro. We got a perfect one.
I have to say, the Corrupted Gauntlet is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I mean, most of the combat in the game up until now was just camping an overhead prayer and making sure you don't run out of food and you're just auto-attacking. Occasionally, there'll be like 1 or 2 mechanics here and there, but nothing on the level of what the Corrupted Gauntlet is, which is moving, swapping your offensive weapon and your overhead prayer, watching and dodging objects consistently while the ground is changing and you can't stand on certain tiles. I really think that the Corrupted Gauntlet is a fantastic tutorial for teaching you kind of the basics of combat in the mid game. I feel like everything that I'm learning inside of CG right now is going to help propel me into the in-game mechanics that I need in order to kill the harder bosses like Infernal Cape, Cox, Yama, and dare I say Awakened Leviathan. But I know, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm still learning the game, and I have a lot more Corrupted Gauntlet runs to go. But if I am going to do all those harder in-game bosses, I'm going to need that Bofa.
Yo, somebody should tell that guy that's not the most optimal spot to farm the zombie axe. There's only like 5 spawns there. If you use this spawn right here, you could get like 12. And like Mystic Robes is not ideal because you are going to use too much prayer. And like somebody should tell him that he should probably use an herb sack as well if he doesn't have one. And then like he should probably use a salve amulet if he's not using that. Should definitely at least have a couple of prayer pots in his bag and use the Blood Blitz spell. I hope he's using Ancients. Is he single farming? He should be using a corner to walk back and forth to stack the mobs up better. I'm going to have to message him really quickly. Let me get his username.